yo, to like go from being a Baptist to, are you Muslim, or like is there like a distinction between being Muslim and being a part of the nation?
So a Muslim, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us, we're all Muslim. So what does Muslim mean? Muslim means one who submits their will to do the will of God.
Yeah.
So many of us, we have differences because of the rituals or the customs that we may have.
Yeah.
But the root of it is, by nature, as the black man and the original woman, we will submit our will to do the will of God and be righteous. So I don't care if you call yourself Christian. I don't care if you call yourself, I'm just spiritual. I'm just a Hebrew. Okay, well, do you submit your will to do the will of God? Oh, I don't believe in God. Add an oath to God, now you got good.
Yeah.
So if you submit to righteousness, by definition, you are a Muslim. So yes, you are a Muslim when you are in the Nation of Islam. And what Islam means is entire submission to the will of God. So scripture talks about we was born in sin, shaped in iniquity. A lot of things that we're doing today, you know, killing each other, robbing each other, is due to what we see. We learn these things. You don't grow up 4-year-olds talking about, you know, what's going on, and they go pull up. And, we don't talk like that. At 4, we learn these things from people that's around us. So if we wasn't messed with as a child, and influenced as a child to do wrong, naturally, man, we'll be peaceful people. We'll strive for freedom, justice, and equality. I say all the time, people that's walking around mugging each other and fighting and ready to kill each other. Go look at a picture when you was 4. You was smiling. Exactly. You was running around with a pamper on, laughing, things of that nature. How you go from smiling, having fun, to now, you know, you this guy. That's because that's a persona. You have to, you've grafted into this person oftentimes because you're trying to protect yourself from something.
Who's more responsible for that, like the destruction of the hood? Us or outside entities?
I believe it's both, and I'll put it this way. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching us at the time. He said the white man is the devil. What does that mean?
Tell me.
Many of us think that that's just a skin color type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, when we talk about what is devil, devil is anything that's contrary to the will of God. You know, scripture talks about being a murderer from the beginning. Do we murder? Absolutely. Do we rape? Absolutely. Do we mess up? Absolutely. But as a whole, when you look at humanity, who was the one that has went in and colonized and, you know, tampered with and has killed and has went in and manipulated a lot of people? And so the reason I say it's twofold is because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad at that time in the 70s, he had to teach that way to make them look in the mirror. If you're not a devil, then prove it to me. Because you've been raping, you've been robbing, you've been hanging us, you've been shooting us for no reason, just because of how we are. So he's forcing them to say, all right, let me prove it to you that I'm not a devil. Then he's saying the black man is God. Why? God is the original. The black man is the original. So he says we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. So those people that come after us are grafted from the original man. So he's telling the black man who thinks that he's inferior, who think that he's nothing because of how he's being treated and how he's being taught, he's robbed of the knowledge of himself. So now he's saying, hey, no, you're God. You're a direct descendant of God. You have no beginning nor ending. So he gets the black man to wake up. So at that time, that teaching is very necessary because of what was going on in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and the 30s. Now, as we mature, after we have knowledge of self, the minister and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, we can't continue to blame them, especially after they have made us free. Then he said in 1974, they can easily say, you made me. So when I say, what does that mean? In our lessons, it say, why does Muhammad or any Muslim murder the devil? See, now, if you look at this from an immature position, you may say, well, murder the devil mean murder the white man? No, murder a mindset. It's the mindset that needs to be destroyed. And once the mindset is destroyed in those that are the enemy and in us, that's when we will truly be free. So in our teachings, it talks about the murdering of the devil. Well, he said every time we save a black man or woman in that same act, we have murdered the devil. Where was the white man there? So it was the mindset that had to be destroyed. So now it's not necessarily about blaming them. Yes, there is a lot of laws that were set up back then, and we know what happened with slavery and things of that nature. But after you have the knowledge of self, now you have to take accountability for it because you know the right thing to do because God is within you. For example, There's probably been a time when you probably messed up and done something wrong.
Yes.
And when you messed up and done something wrong, there was something in you that said, Flacco, man, you know you're not supposed to do that.
Nah, that's a fact.
Say, man, why you do that?
Absolutely.
You in a position, you doing something with a girl, you ain't, soon as it happened, you end it, the
You
thought
feel
come
bad,
up, man,
yeah.
what did I just do? Oh, man, that's
Yes.
the God, that's the self-accusing spirit within you. So that's why we can no longer continue to blame them 100% for our condition after you have knowledge of self as a God to overcome. So we're taught to overcome all obstacles. Why did God make devil? So that he can prove that he's all wise.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Now, like, how do you know, like speaking about like the hood, right? So I'm what the mindset is we're to blame, right? Because it's like when I like walk out of my like house, right? And I go to college, and I do everything right. There's one place where I can't go back to, because if I go back to, they gonna tell me, how dare you come back with all your chains on? Mm-hmm. How dare you come back driving around this Lamborghini that you worked for? And my own people will kill me faster than, any white man would, right? So like when you guys, again, like y'all do some real powerful and profound work in those neighborhoods, man. How do you guys feel comfortable going back and, and reaching back, right? In saving lost souls in those environments?
The minister said, man, we are righteous by nature, wicked only by circumstance.
Yeah.
So when I can see you in your condition, but then I can look past your condition and talk to the God within you, you feel it.
Yeah.
You can know when someone is sincere. Now, I'm not saying some people may ignore it, things of that nature, but for the most part, we have a track record, 80 plus years of having love for the community. Instead of judging them like other people do, pull your pants up, do this, stop doing this, stop doing that. We say, man, peace, God. What's going on, God? What's going on, my brother?
Yeah.
We known for that. We mocked in movies. We mocked in TV shows for being positive. So it's like, all right, yeah, I got this mindset, but no, that's the brother. Mm-hmm. So much so, when we go in those neighborhoods that some people are scared to go to, eat at, things of that nature, they notice us and say, we got you, we'll protect you. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they see, man, even though we in this condition, you coming to save me. You're not coming to stun on me. You're not coming to talk down on me. You're not coming to show me how bad. You coming to show me how good I am. You coming to say, man, I'm going to look past all that. Instead of me telling you, pull your pants up, I'm going to just talk to your mind, pull your mind up, and your behind going to come behind it. Mm-hmm. So when you think like that, and we have a track record of being able to be patient with them and showing them another way, then, that's what does it. Love, man. Love conquers all things, Yeah. So when you think about it, it says perfect love casts out fear.
Absolutely.
So when you have the love, man, and they see it and they actually see examples of it, and that's just like our number one root messaging calls, it becomes easier.
Yo, we just hit 400,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. So if you want to help us out, click subscribe, get us to 500K. Yeah.